guys, it's Lindsay here with Pilates On Demand. Today I have a Pilates and posterior chain workout for you. What's the posterior chain? Well, that is the back of the body. So specifically those postural muscles. So if you've got a lot of this guy going on, then this is the class for you to help open up the shoulders and pull the head back out of that forward neck flexion that we're getting from looking down at our phones or being on the computer a lot. Also, this class will certainly sculpt a nice sexy back. So tank tops, bikinis, this is also the class for you. I'm gonna be using a Pilates mini ball. If you don't have that, you could use a rolled up towel or you could use a pillow for some of the exercises. You also don't necessarily need it. So if you don't have it, don't worry and just follow along. The first couple exercises are gonna warm our body up. So we won't use the ball. Okay, we're gonna start in a modified plank. So hands underneath the shoulders, spread your fingers out, knees back beyond the hips, toes together, knees hips distance. I want you to stretch your hips back, reach long through your arms, maintaining a lift through the elbows, and reach the hips away from the arms so that we're creating a stretch in those lats. Now you're gonna roll it forward, hands can stay put, drop the hips to the floor, make sure your pelvis touches down, kick your feet into the ground, and then pull your heart through. You can gaze up towards the ceiling. If that's too much on the neck, just look straight out in front of you. Draw your upper back muscles together. This should already be creating a stretch in your chest. So we're gonna inhale, send the hips back, stretch long through the arms. The only part of the arm touching the mat is going to be the palm. Good, we're trying to lengthen the elbow and pull the upper traps off the neck. And then roll it back forward, sending the hips to the ground. Slight tuck of the tail. Move the shoulders down the back. So make sure those shoulder blades don't touch your ears. And then stretching it back. We're gonna do two more a little bit quicker. Inhale into the child's pose. And then exhale up into Cobra. Back muscles down, hard up. And one more. Inhale, child's pose. Doesn't this feel so good? Feels so good. And exhale, send it forward into our Cobra Stretch. Okay, now you're gonna lay flat down on your belly, eyes to the mat, palms are by your sides, arms reaching long towards your feet. Now you're just gonna float your face about 4 or 5 inches away from the ground. This one I call chicken. The only thing you're gonna do is pull your head directly back in space away from the floor and then release it 1 inch down to the mat. So the space between your chin and your chest does not change. Your eyes look at the same exact point the whole time. Your nose faces the same direction the whole time. So you're not looking forward. You're just pulling the base of your skull back towards the ceiling. This is strengthening these muscles here in the cervical spine. And this exercise, as simple as it is gonna help you fix all of that looking down at the computer or at the TV or driving. So we're trying to fix that form. My back muscles are drawing together. That's gonna keep my chest open. So I wanna make sure the fronts of my shoulders aren't sitting on the mat. I'm spreading open through the chest, pulling the head back in space and squeezing those muscles in the neck and then releasing. So when you pull the face away from the floor, try to stay there for a moment and really feel the activity of those muscles in your neck trying to keep your face up off the mat. Good, I'm feeling this actually all throughout my back as well. Probably because I'm squeezing my back muscles a lot to help keep my chest open. Okay, we're gonna do about 5 more. I want you to exhale as you pull the head back. And inhale as you slightly dip the chin towards the ground. Good, exhale, draw it back. Inhale to the mat. Woo, the whole back body is lighting up. We have 3 more for 3. And 2. Okay, last one right here for 1. Good, and then bring it on down and find your Pilates ball. If your back gets a little bit hot during these exercises and you need a moment, just take child's pose and then come back to it. You can always pause. Okay, ball out in front of you. You're gonna place the ball right above your wrists, both hands on the ball. Kick the top of the feet into the floor, lift your kneecaps. So my legs are not going to lift. I'm going to initiate this movement by pulling my arms down the back and then gliding the ball to me. The pelvis does not lift, so push your pubic bone into the ground, spread across your chest, look at the wall in front of you, and then slowly melt back down without rushing the release. Good, release the shoulders and then anchor the shoulders off the neck. Inhale, draw the ball to you, expand your chest. So it's important that the front of the chest is not rounding here. So we want to work those back muscles. I'm isometrically squeezing right and left shoulder blades to the midline. Inhale, roll it out. Good, let's do 2 more. Let's make them a little faster. Maybe you even add a little cervical extension by looking up. That's just an option. If it doesn't feel right in your body, don't do the add-ons. Good, take your time to build that flexibility and strength. 1 more, inhale, glide it in, push down through the palms, lift up through the chest, and exhale, roll it out. Okay. We're gonna start with the ball in the left hand. Hip bones press into the mat and my flesh of my tailbone and glutes are lengthening towards my heels. Float your arms up, feet stay down, chest is hovering. Pass the ball to the left hand. Take the hands behind the back, pass the ball to the right hand. So this whole movement is going to be counterclockwise. I want you to try to maintain an isometric hold in your chest. When you reach your arms overhead, keep them nice and high without those shoulders lifting up towards the ears. So we're strengthening the back muscles, a lot of shoulder muscles as well. When your arms reach behind your back, we're getting that chest opening moment. Give me 3 more for 3. Good, inhaling and exhaling for 2. Nice, final one right here. All the way around the world for 1. Okay, now the ball's gonna come underneath your chest. Good, right in between your pecs. It's just gonna prop you up a little bit. Again, feet stay down, kneecaps lift, arms reach overhead. We've got a lat pull down. With that left arm, you're gonna pull the left elbow to your waist, palm facing the floor, and then reach it back overhead. Exhale, pull in and squeeze. So I want you to take a moment when the elbow is near the rib cage and pause. Feel the back muscles hugging down and in. And then see if you can really extend that arm. Lengthen through the elbow. Good work, guys. Try not to rest on the ball. Keep a lift through the chest. Final 2. 1 more right here. Inhale, we take it long. Exhale, we pull it in. Okay, again, reach your left arm long. We're twisting left. You're gonna slide your left hand back, reach it towards the left outer thigh, and then reach it back overhead. Good, reach back toward that left foot, and then back overhead. It's a little bit of an oblique crunch, so you should feel a shortening of this left side, but I do not want you to feel like your right leg gets shorter. So keep reaching through your right foot so there's no movement in that lower half. Good, we're here for 4. Is your right arm still high? Don't drop it. Everything's working. For 3. Inhale, reach it back. Exhale, take it forward. Final 1. Reach it back and take it forward. And then hands down, press yourself to all 4s. So we're gonna counter that side by doing a cow pose. Push out of your palms, tuck your pelvis, and squeeze your abs to your back. Good, open up between the shoulder blades and between the left and right side of the spine. Good, we're just staying in this hovered arch shape for a moment to release. Good, very nice. Okay, we're gonna repeat that series over on the right. So, we're gonna go clockwise now with that ball pass. Ball starts in the left hand, arms are overhead, feet are hips distance, press the toenails down, lift the kneecaps up, and then arms and chest hover. We're gonna pass the ball to the right hand, then behind the back into the left hand. Now, if your back gets tired here, you can decrease the reps and take a child's pose until we move to the next exercise. Good, remember when those arms go overhead, we want them to stay high, and we want those lats to be actively helping us keep our upper traps down away from our ears. You guys are doing great. Gaze is down at the floor, so we maintain the length through the back of the neck. Good, last 2. So good for that posture. 1 more. To the right, to the left, and all the way back overhead. Okay, ball going underneath the chest. So it gives us a little lift right in the center. Okay, make sure that the ball isn't too low and lifts the front of your pelvis up. So your hips should most definitely be down. If they're not down, then take the ball a little higher. Okay, both arms are going to float up. Let me just fix my mic here. Both arms float up and then reach the hip bones up towards your rib cage. And we got that lat pull down on the right. You're gonna bring your right elbow into your waist with the palm facing the floor. Squeeze your right shoulder blade down and towards the middle of the back, and then reach that arm back overhead. Good, my left arm is lifting up and working. So I don't want it nice and low or the elbow bending. I want you to reach through the fingertips and lift the arm up. So we've got both sides of the back working. Just the right side is moving, but both sides are definitely working here. Here, give me 4 more for 4. And 3. For 2. And 1. Okay, we take that twist. This time we twist to the right. So the arm stays the same height. We reach back to the right thigh and then back overhead. Both shoulders pull off the neck, and I'm looking over the right arm, drawing my abdomen in so it's not resting down, and breathing. Exhale, twist. Inhale, center. We got 4 more here for 4. You're looking strong, guys. Keep it up. 3. Kick the feet down, firm the thighs. 2. 1 more, hold on to it. 1. Center and rest. This one calls for a child's pose. So move the ball out of the way, toes together, knees apart. Sit your hips back on your heels, reach your arms long. Take both hands over to the right and place your left hand over your right hand. Send your hips to the left. Breathe into the left side of the body. Sit heavy into that left hip. And take a little twist through your belly towards the right wall. Good, both hands are now going left. Take the right hand over the left hand, shift the hips over to the right, and then let your head drop down. Breathe into that right rib cage here. Big breath in, deep breath out. And then find that little twist to the left. Good. Okay, walk it back to center. Okay, so we've got some bilateral movement now. So everything working at once instead of right, left. The ball is gonna go behind the back. And like I said, if you don't have a ball, pillow, or a blanket that you've rolled up works as well. So you're gonna take the ball behind your back, one hand on each side of it. Feet hips distance, kick the feet into the floor. Press your abdomen up and toward your low back. As you inhale, lift the chest up, reach the ball towards your heels, expand your chest, and exhale, lower down. Tap the nose. Pull the head away from the floor, then lift the heart, squeeze the back, then lower down. Now I want you to pay attention when we lift and lower here that there's not a movement in the pelvis. So it's from the middle of your spine. When you lift up, I want you to crease at your mid-back, where your sports bra strap is, right beneath the shoulder blades. I do not want you to feel it all the way up, or more so all the way down in the low back. So bend from the center of the spine. Good, last 2. Float the ball high, reach it back. Lower it down. 1 more. Arms up, chest up, reach, extend. arms back, chest forward, and float it down. Okay, last move in this prone position. Ball between the thighs, right above the knees. Now walk the legs closer, kneecaps face down, so we're neutral in the position of the legs. Arms reach overhead. Firm your inner thighs so you can keep bringing those legs really close. Kick your toenails into the mat. Scoop your pelvis. Arms reach overhead. We're gonna swim those arms 1 inch higher than the other as you alternate arms. Lengthen through your fingertips. Pull your shoulders down using your lats. We've got 20 seconds right here. Use those back muscles. I do not care how many you do. I want just good form. Good, close your rib cage. Don't let it splay here. 15. Straight arms, high chest. Don't use the legs, keep them anchored. 10, 8, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Okay, we're gonna press up to a C. Both legs go straight for a forward fold. We're gonna let the back round. So counter pose. We'll definitely feel a hamstring stretch, but we're focusing on releasing those low back muscles. That one proved to be, that last exercise, really hard to keep the legs still. You could always slide your feet underneath a heavy chair or couch to help keep the feet down. Good, let's sway right, left. Just release that back. Should feel like it got an adequate amount of work. Now the ball is gonna help us do something called a supported back bend, which you find a lot in yoga, or in Pilates. If you're at the studio, we have the spine corrector or the barrel. So this is gonna mimic some movements we do on that. The higher you bring the ball, probably the less intense it will be. If it's hard on your neck, you'll put a pillow underneath your head as the ball is behind your back. Let's put the ball at the middle of the back. Number one thing is your butt should not lift. So if your butt is lifting, you need to bring the ball higher. Hands behind the head. Tuck your tailbone slightly. Little engagement of the core. And then lean your head back into your palms. So your hands are behind the head for a little support, but more so we get a chest stretch. So if you're loose here, you may not feel it. For me, I feel extremely tight in the chest. So I feel a lot of stretch all throughout the sternum and the fronts of the shoulders. Good, let's take 3 big breaths in, and I want you to think of that posterior lateral breath we do in Pilates. What is that? That is where you breathe from your rib cage. So expand your rib cage. As you inhale, push your ribs apart. And as you exhale, allow the ribs to draw back together. Good, 2 more. Breathe in fully. And breathe out deeply. Nice, last one. Breathe in, puff your chest up and your ribs open. And breathe out. Oh yeah, has your upper back dropped down a lot? Mine certainly has. So I'm gonna bring the ball just another inch higher towards my neck and then straighten my legs. You also have the option of keeping your knees bent. We're gonna move into internal and external rotation of the arms. So first bring it to a goalpost shape and just hover it off the floor. Elbows in line with shoulders. We're gonna draw the elbows into the waist, hugging the back muscles, palms face the sky, and try not to let the elbows touch the mat, so send them forward towards the ceiling. This will help open in the delts, the front of the shoulders. From here, you're gonna extend your arms overhead, rotate your palms down so your pinkies are close to each other, and stretch and reach, touch the wall ahead of you. And then you're gonna turn your palms to the ceiling, bend your elbows back to your waist, pull the shoulders off the neck, and squeeze your lats down your back. Good, and then reaching long through those arms. Pivot the palm to the floor, pinkies are next to each other, thumbs on the outside. Press your rib cage, your mid back into the ball, like you're trying to squish the ball right here. So there's that active core. Then palms turn up, elbows come to the waist. Let's take 1 more of these. Breathe in, reach long through the arms, and then turn the palm down and straighten your arms. Pull the upper arm bone in the opposite direction of your fingers. Good, and then reach your arms to the ceiling. Interlace your fingers. I want you to flex your feet now like you're standing on a wall. Push your thigh bones into the mat. Flip your palms up to the ceiling and then reach the arms all the way up overhead. Now let's try to keep the arms just hovering off the ground. Push through the heel of the hands and then draw your shoulders down. That upper arm bone plugs into the body. So the arms are stretching in two directions and we should feel a big opening right outside the armpits. These are our lats. Okay, let's take 3 breaths here. Good, squeeze your tricep muscles. That'll help you lengthen those arms. Last big breath in. Deep breath out. Good, then release the arms. Hands behind the head, bend your knees, and then you're gonna just lift yourself off the ball. Good work. Come to a seated position. Crisscross applesauce. Grab your knees and then pull yourself back. Round your spine, drop your chin to your chest. Good, just take that head right and left and loosen up that work. Good, now sit up tall, interlace your fingers, spine stretch. Pull your heart back, push your hands forward. Use your abs to increase the stretch by tightening your core and pushing it towards your mid and low back. Good, and then release. Okay, we're gonna take one more forward bend. So from this position, you're gonna walk your feet just a little further apart. So opposite foot and knee line up with each other, and then you're gonna round your back over the shape, drop the top of the head to the floor. Usually I teach this one with a straight spine, but because of what we did today, just extension of the spine, I wanna flex the spine. So you're crunching your core a bit here, top of the head to the mat, leaning down into it. And that should feel really nice across the sacrum and throughout the spine and the hips. Good, give me one more deep breath in and out. And then roll that guy up and just swap out your front leg. So take your other leg in front, walk the legs apart, opposite foot and knee line up, and then C-curve the spine. Lift from the rib cage, top of the head to the floor. Typically I teach top of the head to the wall in front of you, but today we're gonna C-curve it to release the back. Keep the abs contracted and lifting up in opposition. Good, take 2 more deep breaths in here. And exhale, let it go. Rolling it all the way up. Awesome work, guys. I hope that you felt those muscles all throughout the spine right here. That is what we just worked. We helped draw those shoulder blades together, strengthen through the whole back. So I hope that you had an awesome workout. Let me know how it felt. And like I said, if it felt like a lot for your back, then just decrease the reps, take more breaks, and build up to it. And then also take nice, long, deep stretches afterwards. It is 100% okay if you feel like your back is a little sore tomorrow. Sore is not bad, pain is bad. So just know the difference. It is absolutely okay for your back to be sore. It's a good thing. That means we strengthened those muscles. We pushed them a little bit past what they're used to. They'll rebuild and you'll have a little bit better posture and a sexy back for those dresses. Or if you're a guy, for your swim trunks, right? Okay guys, well I hope you have an awesome day. My name's Lindsay Bushman. This is Pilates on Demand. Please like, subscribe, share, all the things, and I will see you on the next workout. Bye.